Hey, it's Robbie Pittman coming at you, man. It's 100 Years' War and the Black Plague. So, first off, the church is divided. One, you got the Pope and the King collide. It's a classic battle. Basically, they're searching who's gonna have power in the real world, the Pope or the spirit. No, the King or the spiritual man, the Pope. The Pope is Pope Boniface the Eighth, and the King is King Philippe the Fourth of France. Now, in September of 1303, they collide and they get angry with each other, which you'll find out more of later. Now, Avignon and the Great Schism. That's a split. A schism is a split. In 1305, Clement V, he moves the papal residency from Rome to Avignon. Why? Because the French king is his not lover, but their buddy. In 1378, Gregory the 11th, he takes power. And then you got Pope Urban VI and Clement VII and the Great Schism, right? And then they get the Council of Constance, which is in 1414. Pardon. And then you have Pope Martin, 1417. I'm going to move my window over here because that's better there, man. Hey, mate. The popes. Woo! Now, scholars challenge the church authority. You got John Wycliffe, not related to Wycliffe Jean of the Fugees, and John House. They both basically said, does the Pope really have the power to rule our spiritual world? Now, the 100 Years' War. This is France and England going at it mano a mano. You got Edward III of England. He rules from 1337 to 1453. No, that's actually the 100 Years' War, my bad. The longbow, the Welsh longbow, made out of yew, Y-E-W. And they take and they reach it and they shoot. And they got these long arrows and they pierce the knight's armor. You have the Battle of Crechies, Pointers, and Agincourt. Let us go back one. Sometimes in Europe, these two fingers are the middle finger, which I won't put up. Woo! Can't see it. Why this is because the bowmen, the French would attack the English bowmen and chop off these fingers, because that's what you pull it back with there, lads and lasses. And the English longbow was what changed those battles. Now you have Joan of Arc. Some people said she was a witch. She was burned at the stake. Others say she's a saint and the savior of France. In 1420, Henry V is like, gonna take it all back. And he attacks France. Joan comes along and she beats him down, them dirty English dogs, and saves France for Charles VII. Joan's this lassie right here, man. She's crazy, but she loved her country. May 7th, 1429, the Battle of Orleans. Then in July 17th of 1429, we have the Battle of Reims. These are battles where Joan was leading the French. 1430, she is captured in battle. And then in May 30th of 1431, the English burn her at a stake for talking to God and thinking she's more than what she was worth, which she probably was. The impact. First, it creates nationalism. England is England and France is France. Oui. It also increases the power of the French monarch. And England, it leads to the War of the Roses, where they have some disabling government. But basically, it's like one side's like, I want to be king. Other side, I want to be king. Bah, kill ya. Bam, kill ya. Back and forth they go. The House of York and the House of Lancaster were the two sides of the War of the Roses. And that battle rages from 1455 to 1485. Lots of backstabbing, literally. In the back. Then they bleed out their back, and it's just nasty. The janitors were kept busy there at the palace. Finally, we have Henry the Seventh, who defeated Richard the Third, who was this hunched little back man. Recently, they found his grave in a parking lot in England. Now, the bubonic plague. 1/3 of the population of Europe dies. Origins and the impact. It came from Asia, and about 25 million people were killed. It came in the rats. Oh, look at that little ratty. Oh, he brought the death plague. 6 major effects. Town population fell. Trade declined. Serfs left the manor. They wanted the higher wages, equality and the such. The peasants, they revolted. And, they blamed the Jews. Wouldn't be the first time ever that happened in the world, did it now? And then last, the church suffered. Less people, less tithes. Remember, that's 10% of your income. And that is it today for your lesson from world history. Goodbye.